talk about commitment. Okay, what I'm trying to do here, maybe I've done it already, maybe I've accomplished this with you, is convince you to be great. Okay, I'm trying to get you committed to being great. And that, by the way, requires you to do that every day. Give up the amateur stuff, give up the mediocre, give up the poor results. Let's dig in and make you great. Remember Tony the Tiger? Oh, you probably don't. But when I grew up, there was a guy on a cereal box named Tony the Tiger selling, I forget what it was, cornflakes, I think. And he'd be like, great. Okay, he was a super freak when I was growing up. Okay, he inspired me. I was 6 years old. I'm Tony the Tiger, and I'm great. Okay, and I always thought, oh my God, I want to be like Tony the Tiger. And he's selling cornflakes. He wasn't selling sugared cornflakes. He was selling the idea of being great. We miss this in my company all the time. I'm like, guys, what are we selling? We're doing this big growth conference. When I first did this program, we weren't doing 35,000 person events, 12,000 people in an event for 3 days, 35,000 people in a stadium. And sometimes my people will be like, on a website, they'll show, get your ticket, like get your cornflakes. No, what was Tony doing? I always remember Tony. Great. Okay. And so you gotta think about, what are you actually selling to people? What is it you're promoting to people? See, he was selling greatness, this tiger, this made-up cartoon character, and not me, but my mom was buying Frosted Flakes, and I couldn't wait to put them in my mouth because I thought they were going to make me great. So how do you become great? Okay, how does somebody become great? You know, when I was 30 years old, I wasn't great. I had an idea for a business. I wanted to make some money at my business. Probably the same thing you're thinking about right now. How do I make some money? I mean, how do I take care of myself? How do I pay for my car? How do I improve the quality of my life? That's what I was thinking about when I was 30 years old, and 35, and 40. And then it got a little better, and then I'm thinking about how do I get to the next level? Here's the trick. How do you become great? Because if you don't become great, all you're thinking about is money or advancement. You got to become great. Once you get great, you're going to get paid. Okay? Then you might need to learn about how to manage money and get money to grow, cash flow, etc., investing. But first, you got to make a decision to be great. There's so few great people out there. Everybody wants to be something, but nobody's talking about being great at something. I want to learn a trick. I want to learn this thing. I want to get this new phone. I want to get this new camera. I want to get followers on Instagram. Dude, what do you want going to be great at? I want to get likes. I don't want to get likes. I want to get great. If you get great, you will get love, not just likes. You'll get admiration, mad admiration. How do you master something? Bruce Lee was not looking for a confirmation of if he was great. I don't know if Bruce Lee was great. I heard he was great. I heard he was a master. He wasn't looking for likes on Instagram. He was looking to master this one kick, this one thing he did, right? To be the best at it. How do you become a master of something? This should be the thing that you're asking yourself right now while you're watching these segments. How do I get great? How can I use this to make me better? Great. Not just better, but great. To make a decision every day, to be great at something. First and foremost, the most important step to take is commitment. People they ask me all the time, man, how do you create so much content? Oh, I'm committed. And they're like, what? What does that have to do with creation? If you're not committed, you can't create. Grant, how do you write a book in 2 hours? I'm committed to the book. I'm committed to finishing the book. You're writing, I'm not. Why do people have writer's block? Because they're not committed to writing. Period. Why do relationships fail? No commitment to the relationship. Once you have a fierce commitment, creativity follows. All answers follow commitment. The shot you want. If you're committed to making the shot perfect, you'll find the shot. Not the excuse for why the shot can't be right now, okay? You got to devote yourself to greatness. You got to commit to being great. You got to you got to go into a whole nother category now where we're going from everyday person to freak, super freak maybe. You ever seen a freak on the street corner? Oh my God, what a freak, okay? Freak, not good. Yeah. You ever seen a super freak? Oh, we're talking about superstar. hitting another level where they went from freak to super freak and now it becomes a trend. Now everybody's like, I want to be like him, not him. You understand? Nobody wants to be a freak. People want to be super freaks. People want to be next level. Unless you don't, by the way. Unless you've decided, no, not me, not me. I just want to be good. I just want to be Joe, and I want to be happy. And I want my Jill over here to be happy, and I want little Junior, and I want them all to be happy, and I want everything to be just average, and that's my, well, I don't even know why you're watching this. Surrender to average. Go get a t-shirt. Average, committed to it. Look, you want to commit. You want to commit. You want to commit at a different level, okay? It doesn't take any more to commit to being a master than it does to being average. To be a freak, a super freak even. Super freaky. Take it all the way. Take it all the way. So many people don't enjoy their life because they simply don't take their ideas all the way. Where people start wanting your autograph. You know, when I wrote this program, I don't know, I guess 12, 13, 14 years ago, I was talking about people wanting my autograph. It's crazy how much stuff I thought about then that is happening to me now. People throwing money at me. Okay, I used to say, one day people will throw money at me. One day people will pay me more money than I deserve to make. That is happening to me today. Okay, I always said people pay you twice in life. They pay you, most people for most of their life get underpaid, and very few people hit a band. You hit this vibration band where you're overpaid. You're doing nothing and people are giving you money. People will throw money at you once you hit this commitment level. It takes a lot of work though. It's going to take time, it's going to take dedication, it's going to take work. There's no shortcuts. Devote yourself, not to good, but to great. Devote yourself completely to something. Completely is the definition of commitment. You're going to want to remember this. You're going to want to write down this right now. Put it in your desk. Put it on your desk. Put it on a sticker. Put it on a t-shirt. Commit yourself completely. To devote oneself completely to something, that could be anything, by the way. This inescapable truth, commitment is required for anyone. For you to be truly great at anything, you must first commit. If you're average right now, if you're mediocre, if you're even good, you're not going to get paid great money because you're good. If you don't like the results you're getting right now, if it's unpredictable results, understand that you made a decision to be good, not great, to be average, mediocre. You've actually made that decision. That is not just happening. This is the good news. Nobody's making this happen to you. It's happening because you made a decision. It's not mommy's fault. It's not your daddy's fault. It's not your manager's fault. It's not the economy's fault. It's not the way you were brought up. It's not because you're an introvert or an extrovert. You made a decision to be good or to get to where you're at right now. You know, Michael Jackson, ABC, you know, Billie Jean, Michael Jackson and his 4 or 5 brothers, I think it was 5 of them, were brought up in a very, very low income, poverty situation. One guy or two, him and Janet, whatever, made it in a massive way. And the other kids, I mean, you know, we know them, kind of know of them. What's the point? Michael and Janet somewhere decided to separate themselves from the other kids. Or maybe the parents did something. I don't know exactly the psychology of what happened to these people. And I'm not sure it's a great example to use because Michael, you know, the way his life ended, but he was great at this one thing that he did. Somewhere he had to make that decision and then be supported by other people that thought he was extraordinary. I try to do this with my kids today. I remind them all the time, you're extraordinary, you're amazing, you're incredible. And I look for things they're doing that's incredible. It gives them confidence that they could be incredible. But you got to keep making this decision because one day I'm not going to be there for my kids, Sabrina and Scarlett, to say, you're great, you're incredible. They're going to have to start believing that themselves, committing to it, and pouring on the resources, the exercises, getting around other people that can support that. You got to devote yourself all the way. Have you? Are you right now watching this, devoting yourself to going all the way? Here we're talking about selling. Then that means you have to devote yourself to what? To selling. To everything selling. Prospecting, grading, building rapport, personality, understanding personalities, understanding psychology of people and how they operate and act. Okay, closing, negotiating, follow-up, everything to do, promoting, marketing, all these little areas of selling. You'll have to devote yourself, your energy, and time, money, and resources to a career in selling. That means you need to think, eat, breathe, read everything you can, consume everything you can. Every spare moment should be boom, boom, boom. I'm learning something about selling. I'm reading, I'm studying. I have a mentor, I have a coach. I'm going to conferences. Convince yourself, this is your field. What are you doing? What are you doing, professional salesperson, being paid like a punk? You're a professional salesperson, you should be earning millions of dollars, and you're being paid like a chump. Wow, because you're reading photography stuff on the side, rather than digging in completely to your profession. Convince yourself, this is your field, this is your chosen profession, this is your thing that you have to learn in order to get your way in life. And this thing is called, selling. Sales. I'm a salesman. But this thing called selling and sales could actually make you super rich. So how does a person commit? How does a person remind themselves every day to be 100%? You know, I wear this little pin right here. It says 10X. It reminds me. These are little tricks I use. I'm committed to 10X. To 10X my expansion, to not be satisfied where I am. How do I commit? I put a little pin on my, I remind myself. I think somebody sent me a 10X jacket, I remind myself, I put logos all around my office. There's little things. I'm committed by my surroundings. I dig in all the way, and then I support myself with little sayings. What you have to do when you commit is basically eliminate other options, and everywhere you go, you see the support. Okay, I have people around me supporting me with the same messaging I'm delivering. We're all pulling or pushing at the same effort. And then I devote myself and those around me to this one avenue. I say, look, this is the only way right now. Then we go this way. Well, Grant, you're a fanatic. Sounds like a cult. Okay, look, I am a fanatic. Okay, and I want to be part of a culture. I want success. I demand success for myself. Forget the money. It has nothing to do with money. I want success. I'm going to exhaust this one avenue, this one play. I'm not going to search 3 or 4 different ways to get there. I'll know about 3 or 4 different ways, but I'm getting home this way. I can't use every route. Okay? This is the problem with most people. They're committed to nothing. They have 5 ways to do anything and committed to none of them. I think Bruce Lee said this actually. He's like, I fear not the man that has 500 kicks. I fear the man that's practiced one kick 500 times. I discounted looking at a bunch of other options. I tell Jared, my president of Cardone Training Technologies, I'm like, Jared, I don't care what he does. I don't care what he does. I care what we do. Make what we do work, Jared. Okay? By the way, those other 2 groups might have a better way, but our way makes more money than their better way does. Just commit, Jared. Quit looking for all these other ways to do stuff. It doesn't mean I'm closed-minded. It means I'm committed. So some of you are so open-minded. You pull from here, you pull from there, you pull from here, you pull from there. You don't get anything done because you've got so much data coming in. Commit to something. Committing is as simple as, where do you park your car? You do not park in 3 spots. You pick one. When you park your car, what do? Do you get confused? Oh, should it be there? Should it be there? Pull in and park. Okay? There's a parking spot. That's how you decide who to study. Pick a coach, pick a mentor, and put all your time and energy and resources behind that person. If you're going to be a professional salesperson, pick this thing. Quit looking for other things to do. Get good at this. We see so many salespeople do this. They commit to their career and then they look for a second source of income outside of what their career is. You shouldn't have done that. So I talk about this in the Millionaire Booklet. You can get that book free, by the way, grantcardone.com/global. 38 languages, Millionaire Booklet. It talks about the second flow of income. Don't make the mistake. This is your career. Don't make the mistake of looking for a second job, maybe in network marketing. If you're not in network marketing, you're selling X over here, and you go sell water over here in a network marketing job. I'm not saying don't do network marketing. I'm saying the second flow should not be separated. It should be connected to this first thing. Get great at this. Commit. Once you got these 2 things going over here that are synergistic, they're working with one another, okay? They're connected, then go look at this other thing without taking away energy and time. Once you become an expert over here, commit. You wonder why you're no good at something? Because you never committed. You keep looking for other options. You got to dig in and commit. You know, you ever seen the meme of the guy digging for gold? There's two memes, and one's digging for gold, and he got a piece, and he leaves, and the other guy runs over from the one he's in and goes, tries to grab this other guy's gold when he was like that far from the mother lode. Dig in, commit to your hole. Commit to your opportunity. Commit to your profession. Be done with all the other options. If you're looking for other jobs right now, that tells me you're not committed. Okay? Most people, when they leave the job they're at, they left 2 months ago, but they quit 2 months later. If you're going to leave, quit. Commit. Oh my God, wait till I get the emails on this. I saw that and I quit the same day. At least you'll find out when you go to your next place that the job was never the problem. The location was never the problem. The employers were never the problem. Your problem is committing. You keep looking because you never committed. You keep looking for better opportunities because you never committed to any one opportunity. Make the firm decision, okay? Quit wondering and follow through on your actions. Commitments cannot take place without action, time, and resources to follow. Commitment never takes place without money to back it up, ever. You commit to something, money needs to follow that commitment. Okay? You commit to something, time needs to follow that commitment. You commit to something, some scheduling needs to take place to reinforce that commitment. Remember this, it's impossible to commit to something without then following that commitment up with action, time, money, and a schedule. I was talking to an automobile dealer, and he's like, look, Grant, I'm committed to do whatever it takes, and then he didn't do anything. How many people do we know do this? I'm committed to whatever it takes. Really, what'd you do? What do you mean? What do you mean? I committed to whatever it takes. Dude, show me where you got it on your schedule. Show me how much money you've invested. Show me how much time you've invested in it. Show me the resources you're backing that up with. Show me how many people you hired to reinforce that program. Well, Grant, I'll do whatever it takes. Life is not Instagram. You want something to happen. Commitments must always require action. Prayer is not commitment. Commitment to prayer is a commitment to prayer, but that's not a commitment to doing. And prayers won't be answered if you don't do something. Once you finally commit, I guarantee you, that is when the miracles take place. I pray, I commit, I back it up with time, energy, resources. Okay? How many people, when I'm raising money for charity, how many people have told me, I gave some money to this charity and I made more money? I'm like, why, dude? Why do you think that happens? Why do you think so many religions believe in tithing? Okay? Like as a spiritual thing, like not as I give money, I get something back. No, it's a spiritual thing because I'm like into abundance now. I commit to not having a problem with money, and so money comes. That's why giving is so important, right? I give, and because I know I'm in flows. Commitment always requires action. Look in a relationship. You could find someone prettier, smarter, or happier. Oh, no, not. She could find somebody prettier, smarter, happier, better, taller, whatever, leaner, probably, right? But then you're not committing. You got to commit. You got to commit to your career like you commit to a relationship. Or you didn't. You have to commit in order to ever be great. Which means what? If I'm going to get great at golf, I commit to being great at golf. I need lessons. I need equipment. I need it on my schedule, right? I need money invested. So in this segment, I want you to write down ways in which you're not committed. I want you to literally stop right now and write down all the ways in your business, in your profession, in this thing called selling, that you're not committed. Ways in which you exhibit no commitment. I want you to write those things down. And I want you to look at, okay, things you need to do in order to get all committed. But first I want you to write down on the left side, ways in which you're exhibiting that you're not committed. I'll give you some examples. You show up late or on time. You leave early, okay? You don't have a list of customers. You're not using your CRM. You're not studying. You're not practicing. You're not training. You're not even paying attention right now. Whatever. Just write it all down. It's showing up in your paycheck. You're like, well, you're making me uncomfortable. You need to know what your liabilities are. Liabilities are not just for a financial statement. You need to know your net worth. Your net worth is based on your assets and your liabilities, and your assets are the things you're doing. Your liabilities are the things you're not doing, and that will determine your financial statement. Write them down right now. All the things that could be a liability for you in your career. Maybe you got people at your house that don't think you should be in sales. Maybe you're looking for another job. You don't like your manager. All these are liabilities, by the way. You don't like your customers. How about that one? You hate your product. Could be a liability, maybe. Okay? Write them all down right now. And we'll come back and talk about other ways that you can fortify your commitment and become an exceptional, a master at the trade of selling. Because if you have all these liabilities, showing up on time or late, by the way, on time is late. Early is on time, okay? On time is an indication you're not excited. Leaving early, indication. No weekends, indication. Liability, you should be working weekends, okay? You're like, well, God said take Sundays off. Yeah, that was God, okay? That was God. Don't put yourself in it. Please, don't be so arrogant that you're like, I'm like God, I should take off Sundays. You hadn't done anything, okay? So what are you doing in your life? Things that you're doing that are liabilities, and then we can start looking at what you need to do to become a master.